And even, here in Silicon Valley, it stood out as a little odd.
Annette LeMay Burke, photographic artist. Welcome.
Thank you.
Annette has published a book called Fauxliage. A 112-page book contains 60 color photographs of cell towers. With some of them, you can't tell that they're cell towers. Why not?
They are all disguised cell towers. And I've spent about 6 years in the American West searching out these towers specifically for this book.
The photo on the cover is amusing. It's a palm tree cell tower with an aviation obstruction marking light. The tower is at an airport approach in Palm Springs, California. Annette, what gave you the idea for photographing disguised cell towers?
I live in Silicon Valley. I used to work in tech, so I'm used to having a lot of technology around me. And I first noticed these disguised trees probably in the early 2000s. And even, here in Silicon Valley, it stood out as a little odd. And I'm very visual. I notice them everywhere. There are a lot of people who don't notice them. And I was just kind of amused by them and all the variety that they came in. And eventually I started a photo project on them.
Here is a photograph from Fauxliage. It shows 3 crosses against the sky. What did you think about when you saw these? What brought out the artist in you when you saw these towers?
Yeah, that's one of my favorite ones. It's just kind of this, there's so many ways to look at it. It's a direct line to God, this, this religion and commerce overlap. But I really had to wait for some good lighting to get that one to make it a little more interesting.
The antenna shroud at the top and the equipment box at the base give evidence to the cross being used as a cell tower. When you went looking for towers, did you simply drive about seeing what you could see, or did you have a source, someone who told you where some of the towers are? Friends, people you knew who said, hey, I know where there's a good tower to photograph. How did that happen?
Everything. So driving around for sure. It's much easier when you're the passenger, just to look around. A lot of times I do scouting shots with my cell phone just to get the GPS, and then I can go back later and get it. I definitely ask people who live in the area where good ones are. Also, the internet is just a great research tool. I ran across a wayfaring site for people who had the old handheld GPSs. They take pictures of stuff and categorize them. And they had a lot of, hey, look at this crazy cell tower. And that is one place I would start, get the GPS, go look on Google Maps and Street View, figure out if there's a shot there. And if so, put that on my list of places to check out.
Here's another one of your photographs. This one from Gorman, California. The antennas are well hidden, but the tree hardly is a disguise, placed where no other trees grow. They're funny, these isolated tree disguises. Annette writes in her book that some of the cell tower camouflage works especially well when driving by at freeway speeds. Annette, your book is published by Daylight Books, an organization dedicated to publishing art and photography books. Where can someone buy your book?
On my website, I'm signing copies and it's available there. Also on Daylight's website, and kind of booksellers everywhere. Amazon has it. It's pretty widely available.
Returning to look at another one of these photographs. This is a favorite of mine. The Saguaro Cactus, because I think those are among the most perfectly disguised cell towers. Where did you find these? And how did you come to photograph these saguaro cacti?
They are my favorite also. The ones I took are generally around the Phoenix area, and they are very well disguised. I think because they can be shorter, it helps them fit in a little better. But the designers just go to great detail. The little cactus spines are all airbrushed individually. They've recreated the little bird's nest burrows in there. They're really great. They're my favorite ones.
Bird's nest holes.
A lot of attention to detail.
Here you are now in Wyoming, and the sign, it shows a bison, but it conceals cellular antennas. Where is this located?
It is right on the border of Colorado and Wyoming. I think it might be on the Colorado side. But in Wyoming, there is a Bison Farm, kind of a family fun kind of place where you could ride a little train, see the bison, see all the animals. And that is kind of an advertisement for it, but they're utilizing it for the cell antennas too.
I can just imagine your photographs adorning the wall spaces of some people whose companies own cell towers. I'm thinking of Jay Brown, the CEO of Crown Castle, Tom Bartlett, CEO of American Tower, Jeff Stoops, CEO of SBA Communications, and Alex Gelman, CEO of Vertical Bridge.
I appreciate you naming all those CEOs.
Where would you like to see your photographs displayed if you had the choice?
That would be awesome. All of those places sound wonderful. I have got a lot of press for these, and they have been in photo galleries, but I would love to expand that into more of the corporate level too.
How are prints available of your photographs?
They are on my website also. It's atelierlemay.com. There's, and also wanted to show the book.
I see on the wall behind you some of the prints. What are the various sizes that are available?
There is a 17 by 22, and then a large one of 30 by 40, and individual commissions could be made also for larger sizes.
So let's dip a little bit into your background, Annette. What are some of the other subjects of your photography throughout the years?
I am very interested in the natural world and how we are interacting with it. I actually have a degree in geology, so I'm kind of used to looking at the landscape. Interested in the artifacts that we leave behind. So this could be something that technology has left behind, these cell towers. Another project I was working on is memories, and I projected vernacular family photographs onto the walls of my childhood home to investigate that subject.
I've never heard that phrase before, vernacular family photograph. What is that?
It's just a snapshot. It's not something made with a lot of intention by a fine art photographer. It's the kind of photos we all take every day. And once they're old, they're vernacular.
I always like to find out secrets. Do you have any secret projects that you're working on now that will be revealed at some future time?
No, I'm still kind of caught up in the memory building project is what I call it. I still have a lot of artifacts from that I'm documenting, and not sure where I'm going to go next.
Well, I'm just loving these photographs of cell towers. I want to pick out another one and ask about it. Here's a cell tower in Henderson, Nevada, with the Las Vegas Strip in the background. The tower is disguised to look like a palm tree. In a sense, it's not really a disguise. It may be a piece of art itself to look at. What are your thoughts about this cell tower?
I just really love the analogy of Vegas and how many things are fake there, including this fake tree that happens to be a cell tower.
All right. Well, the book is Fauxliage, Disguised Cell Towers of the American West. It's published by Daylight Books. Annette LeMay Burke, photographic artist, thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.